something real, 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 real. Yeah, something he could recognize, something he could feel, 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 feel. Baby girl said she was in the mood for something real, 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 real. Something that could make her move, something she could feel, 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 feel. Life ain't meant to come around twice. Yeah, that's why I gotta get it right. They said I got it honest, now I gotta give it light. But sleep on it, that's why God give you night. I mean, I had a dream that God gave me flight. Fly for my own good, so God gave me plight. If I wake up in the morning, now I gotta give him sight. Make him see, break him free. Ain't a genie, show you pride, show you pride. The game is not to give him nothing real, 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 real. Nothing that they could use, nothing that they could feel, 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 feel. Give them a bunch of lies and teach them that it's real, 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 real.
What's up, party people? You're now listening to Dark Cloud with your girl, DL Hayes. Yes, I am back. I took a hiatus, and we're going to talk about that hiatus right here on episode 15 entitled 5 Reasons Why I Unplug. So I'm going to give you the top 5 reasons why I took this hiatus, why I unplug, disconnect, etc. So I'm going to jump right into it with reason number 5. I do this to regroup and recollect myself mentally, physically, and emotionally. Simply put, regroup, recollect. Boom. And that's essential. It's very essential for me personally in my daily operations, etc., that I am regrouped and recollected so I can function. And the number 4 reason is because I personally don't believe in imposing what I'm going through onto others. So I'm not going to walk around with an attitude or frowning at people for no reason or treating people any kind of way, etc. No one deserves that, so I don't do it. And we all know those people. You can tell when something is wrong with them or something. I mean, usually you can tell, but when people don't really know how to deal with things and handle things very well, they can lash out. They can just come out the side of their neck or talk to people any kind of way or whatever. And those people are not desirable. So I don't want to be that person. So I unplug and regroup and recollect myself. See how this is kind of building upon one another. Reason number 3. I don't like to feel as if I'm being negative or giving off negative vibes. Like, I don't like that at all because people can feel that. People can pick up on your vibes and energy. And I don't want to bring other people down. So, you all happy-go-lucky, and here goes negative Nancy with her negative self. And it's just like, oh boy, here she comes. Like, I don't want to be that person. So I unplug. And when I say I unplug, y'all, I unplug and I take time to myself. Okay, that's what I do. I unplug from everything. Everything. Number 2 reason, when I feel like I'm not doing my best or I'm not giving my best in any area of my life, I have to unplug for the reason I just said, to XYZ what's going on and what I need to do to get back on top of my grind, to get back on top of my A game. So it's a lot of self-reflection going on so I can gain understanding, clarity, etc. So it's really just, it's a me thing. And that brings me to the number one reason why I do this. For that reason, it's a me thing. It's about me. It's for me. And it's how I deal. It also slows me down because I only know one speed, and that's 100. And I just go that one speed all the time. And when I'm just going, getting things done, doing this, doing that, getting caught up in the hustle and bustle and routine of life, I don't always think, okay, how is this impacting me? How do I feel about this? What do I need? So it's about me taking care of myself and making sure that I'm okay. Because it can be overwhelming. It can be a lot, it can be frustrating, etc. And I just slow down to unplug, and really it helps me manage my stress also and everything else that's going on. So I can always tell when I'm not really managing my stress very well because I'm very irritable. I get annoyed so easy. See, that was my timer, y'all. That's the 5-minute mark. I'm trying to keep it short and sweet, but I can just tell and I know. And then it's like, oh boy, I feel it. I feel it coming on. I know that it's going to happen, but I unplug from everything. Social media. I just take time to myself. And in the past, I've done this like a long time ago, but it was in a very negative way, and I isolated myself from everything, everyone, etc., and that was not healthy at all. And it was not I wasn't like coping in a positive way. I wasn't handling my stress in a positive way then, but from it I did learn how to use it as a tool to help me recenter, refocus, and gather myself. But then it was completely opposite and not all that great and healthy. But like I said, I lived, I learned, and I'm better with it now. And it just really helps me. So I created this episode and said all of that to say this. Make sure you take time for yourself. Make sure you are taking care of yourself, and make sure you are providing yourself with the things that you need to be okay. Because sometimes it's okay to not be okay. But how are you coping with that? How are you dealing with that? And in all of this, I learned how to handle my emotions in certain situations, which helped me handle my reactions and responses, if I have one. And once you have more control over those things, you can deal a lot better. And what I've noticed for myself is that I do deal a lot better, so I don't have to unplug as often for as long. And this time it was kind of extended for me just because of timing, I guess, and just I got busy. I got super, super busy. That had a lot to do with it because my schedule changed and I had a lot more on my plate. So when I have to choose between sleep and anything else, sleep conquers all. Win, lose, draw, come hell, rain, sleet, or snow. Sleep conquers all. And so I had more responsibilities and things added to my plate. So recording and podcasting got pushed down on the priority list a little bit. But like I said, that's why I unplugged, to figure all these things out and to get a hold and handle on life, myself, things that's going on, etc. And I don't even think I'm at the end of it, but I just want to drive the point of taking care of yourself. At the end of the day, do not neglect yourself, because that's just not healthy or good for anyone. And stress can be a killer. And I don't want that for myself. So I try to remain healthy all the way around and just taking care of my well-being. and so should you. And I'm going to cut it and leave it right there because this episode could go on and on. But I hope you were able to understand or gather something, take something away from it that you can use in your personal life. Until next time, party people, peace and blessings.
Yeah, my man said he wanted something real. Yeah, something he could recognize, something he could feel. Baby girl said she was in the mood for something real. Something that could make her move, something she could feel. Struggle, yeah, another sign that God love you. Cause on the low, being poor make you humble. Keep their names in my rhymes to try and keep them out of trouble. Cause being poor also teach you how to hustle. All they want is some shoes or some rims for they bubble. Now that I got my own, I can hit them with a couple. Cup my homies so they ain't got no reason to cuff you. That's my plan. If I can, know the man up above you. That's why I gotta give them something real. Something they could recognize, something they could feel. To my homies on the block, I gotta give them something real. Something that'll make them stop, something they can feel. Yo, FNF unreal.
The podcast you just heard was recorded with Anchor. If you want to make your own, download the Android or iOS app completely free from anchor.fm/podcast. That's anchor.fm/podcast.